The collective conscience of society. Shocking crime. Rape of 8-year-old girl. Murder case. Belgaum court sentenced. Death sentence for the accused. The child, the darkness, and justice. It was one of those evenings in Belgaum, just after the heavy rains. The sky wore a dark shade, but the village was alive, children chasing each other, shops buzzing with voices, and the temple bell filling the air with its solemn ring. It felt like nothing could disturb this harmony. In a small house in Permanandavadi, 8-year-old Chandna, name changed, sat with a sparkle of innocence in her eyes. Her mother had just returned from the fields with fresh garlic. As the little girl watched, a sudden craving filled her heart. "Amma, I'll go get some chocolate from the shop," she giggled. Before her mother could even respond, Chandna dashed off with her tiny feet toward the shop. Her father was just returning from the fields, and like everyone else in that quiet village, the family believed nothing could go wrong here. But darkness was waiting not in the sky, but in human form. The vanishing. As evening grew deeper, Chandna didn't return. Her mother's restlessness grew into panic. When her father asked around, neighbors and the shopkeeper confirmed, yes, she bought the chocolate and left. But there was no laughter, no cry, no trace of the little girl. The villagers searched everywhere, fields, wells, the forest, even behind the temple. Lanterns lit up the night as desperate voices called out her name. Still, there was silence. At last, the terrified family rushed to the Kudachi police station and filed a complaint. Shadows of suspicion. The police launched an intensive search. A dog squad from Belgaum was brought in. Fear, suspicion, and anger spread through the community like wildfire. It was then that one man drew the attention of investigators, 28-year-old Bhartesh Ravsab Mirji, a villager. Something about his behavior was odd. And when the police confronted him, his face betrayed an uneasy shadow of fear. The truth that emerged was darker than anyone could imagine. Cruelty in the dark. That evening, Mirji had lured Chandna into his house with deceit. His monstrous mind, consumed by lust, preyed upon the innocent child. Her cries of fear only enraged him further. With a storm of cruelty in his eyes, he pressed her tiny neck. In that breathless moment, Chandna's laughter, her innocence, and her dreams vanished forever. But his brutality didn't stop there. Determined to erase all evidence, he tied a 20-kilogram stone to her body and threw her into the well near his house. The child disappeared into the darkness of the water. A village in mourning. The next morning, when Chandna's body was pulled out of the well, the entire village broke down. Her mother collapsed, drowning in tears as she held her child. Her father touched her hair with trembling hands, only to feel the silence of a lifeless body. The village wept as one. "This is not a man's act. It is a demon's cruelty," the people cried. The struggle for justice. The case reached the Additional District Sessions Court in Belgaum. Over weeks, 20 witnesses testified, 106 documents were examined, and 22 material objects were presented. The prosecution built its case with precision. Mirji had taken Chandna into his house. He raped and murdered her. To destroy evidence, he threw her into the well. The chain of evidence was airtight. Mirji stood guilty. The verdict. On an autumn Friday in 2023, the courtroom fell silent. Tears filled the parents' eyes. Villagers waited with hope. Fear shadowed the accused's face. Judge C.M. Pushpalta delivered the judgment. This is an inhuman crime. It has shaken the collective conscience of society. Such cruelty cannot be forgiven. Then came the words everyone awaited. The accused, Bhartesh Ravsab Mirji, is sentenced to death. The court also directed that Channa's parents be compensated 10 lakh rupees by the Legal Services Authority. A message to society. That day, the Belgaum court did more than punish one criminal. It sent a message of assurance to thousands of parents. If anyone dares to harm your children's innocence, the judiciary will stand like a sword. The villagers sighed in relief, but nothing could bring back Channa's smile. Her small wish for chocolate had ended in a river of blood. Yet her memory, and the fight for justice in her name, remain as a warning bell to society. Final reflection. This story is not just about one family's grief, it is society's pain. When a child's laughter is silenced, the soul of an entire village weeps. The death penalty may punish the guilty, but it leaves us all with a haunting question. Are we truly building a safe world for our children?